Hey, what's up guys? 10 here, bringing you another exciting X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This is a battle I had a long time ago. You can tell because I still have Blaziken in my party, but I have this against my good buddy Nate. And judging from the teams, I have a big friend in Blaziken and a bunch of other stuff, and he's got some annoying things like Clef Key, but it's a big threats in the form of a Zoomer and Dragonite. But I'll stop rambling and get right into the battle because I don't like to ramble, so just kidding, I love the ramble. But anyway, judging, or not judging, but yeah, for the leads and stuff, he's going to lead out with the Espeon, probably predicting my Tyranitar switch, just so I won't be able to get rocks up, as I decided to lead off with my Rotom. Now, he actually goes for the Dazzling Gleam first turn, which I was kind of like, well, that's interesting, but yeah, I just go for Volt Switch, and now I can bring out my Tyranitar without too much fear. I really don't care about Dazzling Gleam just because, you know, Tyranitar is a bulky motherfucker and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, obviously because he has Magic Bounce, I do not want to go for the Stealth Rocks just yet, which kind of sucks, but because, you know, this thing is the biggest deterrent in me actually getting those up. I could really use Stealth Rocks for that Dragonite, but it's just not going to happen, so if you have Dazzling Gleams, I just take this thing out of the crunch. I actually don't have Pursuit on this, so yeah, that's kind of sucky. But yeah, I actually still have to raise the Larvitar that was given to me that actually has both those moves. But you know, this is still that Tyranitar I've been using in my first few uploads. So yeah, doesn't have Pursuit, but that's okay. And now he brings up the Clef Key, which is a big freaking troll. So I gotta switch out. I do not want to take Paralysis or anything else, as I just bring out my Excadrill, which is actually a decent check to Clef Keys in most cases, as he just goes up for a Substitute, which I'm like, well, crap, he's going to go for a foul play, and then I'm going to be in trouble, but I just proceed to take out his sub with an Earthquake, which is pretty nice, as he actually ends up having the Play Rough, which I found to be interesting, as I get hit by Life Orb Recall I forgot about, and yeah, here's even a Play Rough. Doesn't do too much because of Clef Key's kind of average attack, so that's nice. But I predicted the double switch here into something that I could easily get up my Stealth Rocks with, but no, he just stays in and goes for another Substitute. But so that kind of sucks. But it's whatever. You know, I think he was trying to stall my Life Orb too, which, you know, is understandable, I guess. So, but now I obviously don't want to take a player off, so I gotta switch out and go into my Gengar. Now, the main point I wanted to do with Excadrill was the fact I didn't want to get paralyzed, but, you know, Gengar is probably my only best way to break through this Clef Key, so I really got to sacrifice something to get paralyzed, and unfortunately I choose my Gengar, this is also an imperfect Gengar before I get my perfect one, so, again, this is such an old battle. I think I've had this battles for like a month, and I don't know why I haven't uploaded it. Oh yeah, because I'm busy, so anyway, go for the Shadow Ball and take out the Substitute because, you know, Steel don't resist Ghost anymore, which is awesome. But, as he switches out his Clef Key, and he now brings out the Tyranitar, which I honestly could have predicted, but I'm like, this Clef Key's being a pain in the butt, so I don't want to do that. As he actually turns up to have a Nerve, and I'm like, what? What is this wizardry? So, anyway, gonna switch out and go into my Noivern, because I predicted him to go for like a Crunch or something. I don't know, I just kind of brought him in. But he ends up Mega Evolving into the very fearsome Mega Tyranitar, and I'm just like, you know, hey, I can do things against this thing, but if this thing is, you know, like a Dragon Dancing instead and whatever. Now, I choose to very riskily stay in, go for the Choice Specs Focus Blast, and tip this thing into Anus. So that's awesome. Down the Mega T-Tar goes. So that's awesome. Choice Specs Noivern. What a threat. Now, yeah, that's pretty awesome. But now, unfortunately, he gets a free switch into his Azumarill. Now, he can easily go for the Player Off and just destroy my life. As I just bring my Gengar kind of his death fodder. But he goes for Belly Drum, and I'm just like, oh, God, I literally shit myself, let me tell you. Oh, my God, and now a cat's meowing. God damn my life, why do I do this? And, yeah, whatever. Anyway, Citrus Berry, I don't know why these cats decide to bother me when I'm narrating, but yeah. Anyway, he gets the Belly Drum, and he gets the Citrus Berry, and I'm just like, well, shit, I literally shit myself. So, he's gonna go for the Aqua Jet and just take out my Gengar, which is fine. It was kind of useless at this point anyway. So, down that goes, as, But now I can get a free switch into my Rotom. Probably the only fate I could take an Aqua Jet, because it's max HP, max defense. He actually ends up not going for the Aqua Jet, as I end up going for the Discharge, because this is not a Resto Chesto Rotom, and I carry Discharge over Rest. So, down the Azumarill goes with Discharge. I'm just like, yes, Rotom, you are a man. And, that's awesome. So, that's where it's useful to have Discharge over Rest sometimes, let me tell you. But, as he now brings out his own Gengar, and, he goes for the substitute, but I kind of predicted in the sub, which is why I stay in, and I end up going for the Volt Switch, which is pretty handy. I'm able to break his substitute at the same time, which is so awesome, and, you know, it's just pretty cool. So, yeah, I switch up my Rotom, as I can now freely switch it into my Noivern, which I can't remember if this thing is the one that has... No, it's my perfect one of the Infiltrator. I couldn't remember if this was... I still have my Frisk one at this point. But, yeah, my Noivern's in, and now the switch to Klefki is so painstakingly obvious. So, he brings up the Klefki, and I am a 4 attacks choice specs user. I don't have U-turn, so I have Flamethrower too, and I'm able to tear apart Klefki, which is awesome. Down that goes. Just, oh, wonderful. So, but now out comes Dragonite with his multi-scale intact, mind you. And that's a humongous problem. And now, as I bring out my Rotom, he's going to go for a Dragon Dance and proceed to absolutely... Oh, God. I don't know if I shoot myself more facing Azumarill or if I shoot myself more facing Dragonite, because Dragon Dance at full health, that is a massive problem. As he now goes for the Outrage, which I was partially relieved by this because he doesn't have Dragon Claw, which means he can't switch out moves. He's now locked into the Outrage. So, but my Rotom dies, which is fine. As now I bring it up, the only thing that can tank a full hit Outrage. And I actually narrated this battle before because I forget I have Mold Breaker. And I luckily live the Outrage with 7 HP as I go for the Life Orb Rock Slide. Mold Breaker ignores the multi-scale, and I take him out like a boss. Now, I don't know, haven't done a calc, but Excadrill is adamant, max attack of Life Orb, but it's not stab. He told me after the battle he has a low defense IV on the Dragonite. It's not minimum, but, you know, it's low enough. So that could have actually played a role into whether it could live the Rock Slide or not. Because, honestly, I don't know if my Blaziken would have been able to do anything after that. So I could have probably protected, but he could have Dragon Dance. So, you know, as I kind of stupidly just, you know, I don't attack this thing straight away. I just go for the Sword Stance like an idiot. So... yeah, it's all good, but this was like just before Mega Blaziken or Blaziken in general got banned. Now, for those of you who outcried the banning on Blaziken, which has been banned for a while now, you know, Mega Gengar is banned now too. Mega Kangaskhan is probably going to get the boot soon as well. But I go for the Fire Punch just to take out the sub. But you know, it's just so powerful. I mean, its dual stab is almost unresisted. It got better bulk as I can take the Sludge Bomb. I mean, come on, and it even got access to Baton Pass through breeding this generation. It's now legal with Speed Boost, and that is just a nail in the coffin for Blaziken's usage in OU. So, because it can do so many things, it's ridiculous. But I just take out I take out Gengar with Fire Punch, and guys, that'll be the game. It was a fun game, Nate, and hope to battle you again soon. So, that'll be all, guys. Rate, comment, sub, and later, guys. Please Scarf, so he's just gonna go for the U-turn. Bring me down to a decent amount. I mean, it actually did a lot less than I thought it would. I don't know what that's about, but... And now he brings out the Tyranitar, which gets up the sand and all that fun jazz, and I'm just like, oh, whatever. Sticky Web, go. And Sticky Web has been activated, which is great. So, he doesn't have a spinner, so that's here to stay. So that's very, very nice. As I am now able to go for the Volt Switch. Now... I kind of anticipated Pursuit, but he didn't go for it, so that's pretty nice. But, I am going to bring up my Mamoswine, which checks Tyranitar pretty decently. I mean, it doesn't do amazing, but it's amazing enough. He gets up with Stealth and, yeah, that's kind of an issue, but not terribly, because I don't think I have a spinner of my own. But I'm going to get my own Stealth Rocks, just because why not? I kind of anticipated him to switch out, but he didn't. So, he just decides to hit me with the Mighty Stab Crunch. It's going to do a decent chunk to my Mamoswine, I must admit. And, yeah, there's a little over half. So, there's that. And, I think now he withdraws, and I completely brain fart the fact that he actually has a Rotom. So I'm like, ugh, as I end up going for the Earthquake, which I really wanted the Earthquake first turn on the Tyranitar, but I'm like, no, I want to get my Starfrost. He's got to switch out. No, he doesn't. And, of course, this is what happens now, so I got to switch out. And I believe I go out into the Galvantula just as Death Fodder at this point, because that's pretty much what Galvantula does. Sets up Sticky Web and dies. So, you know, but he ends up going through the Trick, which I actually did not expect. So many Rotoms are defensive. I don't usually see Trick on him, but he gets a useless Sash, as I'm actually now Scarfed, which is fine. I can just get off a Volt Switch. Pretty much just killing myself at this point, but, you know, it's whatever. I kind of wanted to go for a Thunder, but I'm like, nah, I'm good. As I really have nothing to take a hit from this thing, which kind of sucks. So I just bring up my Togekiss, as unfortunately he misses a Hydro Pump, and since he is offensive, that definitely would have done a decent chunk to me. So that kind of sucks, but I'm actually faster than the Rotom, and I can get off a nice Roost, which means if he Volt Switches, he's not going to get super effective damage on me, which is pretty nice, as he does go for the Volt Switch. And it does a decent chunk. Now, from that damage, I can definitely tell he's more likely modest than he is timid, which I think most Scarf Rotoms are modest anyway, but he now brings out the humongous freaking Fred and the shiny Terrakion, and I'm just like, oh god, this is terrible. Now, for the longest time, I had no idea if this thing was either banded or scarfed, considering that the Genesect was scarfed, and I was pretty safe to assume he was banded, but I didn't want to take the risk and die to a Stone Edge, so I just sec my Galvantula to the rocks at this point, which is fine, and he just goes for the Stone Edge, which is safe. I mean, hey, why not? It's like, I now get a pretty free switch to my Pangoro, because I figure he's choiced. And this Pangoro, now I forgot I switched the item on my Pangoro. I usually run Scarf on my Pangoro, but I have a Life Orb on this thing. So what I could have done, I just could have gone for the Sky Uppercut, but no, I go straight for the Parting Shot, which honestly isn't a bad thing, but I could have just killed the Rotom with a freaking Sky Uppercut. Hello? Ugh, but, you know, whatever, and, just gonna bring out Togekiss again, since I outspeed it, so that's pretty nice, as I think I just now go for after I get my lefties, I believe I just go straight for a Dazzling Gleam, and I think from that range, since I am a special, I do have max special attack on this thing, so down goes the Rotom. It's a 3 attacks plus Roost Togekiss, and I love this set so much. It checks so much as it is, and it deals amazing damage in return. It's just great. But anyway, out comes the Tyranitar, which, you know, obviously checks Togekiss pretty well, especially with Rock Slide and such. Now, I think I actually switched out into my Pangoro here, because it resists the dual stab, so that's why I switch out, and I do go into Pangoro. See, sorry for not always remembering what I switch into, because I don't usually play back my videos, but yeah. As he actually ends up going for the Stone Edge, he misses that too, which sucks. Now, honestly, the damage output probably wouldn't have done a ton, but it still matters to an extent, you know? But, he's now going to withdraw the Tyranitar, and he's going to go into his, Jellicent. And I completely forget about freaking Jellicent, so that kind of sucks, because I could have gone for Crunch, and I go for Sky Uppercut, and I forgot about Jellicent. I always forget what people have. I swear I'd be 20 times better if I actually wrote down my opponent's teams, but I don't, so yeah, they could have easily Crunch. But no, I don't want Pangoro to get burned, and I don't think a Life Orb Crunch will KO Jellicent. So I'm going to bring out the most awesome Kingdra in existence, and he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp on the Switch, which is fine, and Kingdra doesn't really mind being burned. But, Kingdra's going to do one major role in this battle, and for those who don't know, this, critical hits, they were nerfed to I think I don't remember the exact damage calculation, but I am a Focus Energy Scope Lens Kingdra, and once you use Focus Energy on a Scope Lens Pokemon, it will be guaranteed to get a critical hit. Now, what's so useful on this one Kingdra is that Kingdra has the ability Sniper, which allows it to, whenever it hits a crit, it gets to, I think, up to, it's like 2.33 of its original power. I think that's what it is, as he hits me with a Stab Shadow Ball. That's going to do a humongous chunk. But I'm going to go for the Draco Meteor, and yeah, guys, It's Crit City, and down goes that Jellison. Yeah. Jellison ain't taking a freaking, choice, it's not even a choice specs. It's a freaking crit Draco Meteor from Kingdra. This is a modest Kingdra, so I do have the maximum power off these Draco Meteors. So, but now he brings out the Genesect, and unfortunately for me, since, you know, even though there is Sticky Web, he still outspeeds me with Scarf. So, he's just going to proceed to take me out, leave the U-turn, I believe. And, yeah, that sucks, but, yeah. But Kingdra did a decent amount of work. I mean, hey, getting rid of that Jellicent was huge, huge, huge. So that, you know, that's kind of a big deal. But now he goes back into the Tyranitar, because, you know, I get the switch initiative since he killed me of U-turn, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, goodness gracious. I've been breeding so much lately and trying to battle, and I have a lot of videos I still need to narrate, and I'm narrating them out of order. I don't really care. I swear, once I get one uploaded, another one's gonna be like a week old, and all sorts of crazy shenanigans. Anyway, now that Rotom's gone, I can now freely bring out my Mamoswine and just proceed to destroy whatever to be Stab Earthquake. And that is exactly what I decided to do, as the Tyranitar now faints, and that is awesome. So, yes, victory will soon be mine. No, just kidding, I don't know. But, out comes the Genesect again, and I'm just like, oh god, this thing is going to completely decimate me, because it's a freaking Genesect. Why is this thing not banned yet? But, yeah, it's such a monster fright of download, and it's amazing. It's pretty good speed tier of a Scarf, and, now I don't want to get rid of, Mamoswine just yet because of the Ice Shard, so, but now he makes the excellent play and just goes for the Ice Beam on my predicted Togekiss switch, which was fine. I really don't care. I was just kind of sacking Togekiss at this point anyway. But, I mean, obvious, crit is useless. But now, I can bring up my Pangoro, because I know I can take probably one Ice Beam. Pangoro has okay natural bulk, but it's not amazing, you know. But, now he brings out the Medicham, as I believe I just go straight for the Sky Uppercut here. And, you know, Medicham is definitely a threat at its Mega form, but I'm just going for the Sky Uppercut. Gonna do a great amount of damage, even though it's a resisted hit, which is pretty cool. And as I said, I forgot I was Life Orb, so I'm like, wait, I really think I realized that here I was Life Orbed. And I'm like, oh, well, now I can switch up moves. He's going to be slower of the Sticky Web, so yeah, he Mega evolves into the mighty Mega Medicham, but I'm going to still be able to outspeed him and proceed to take him out of a crunch, which is awesome. So down goes the big friend of Mega Medicham. Now, this Mega Medicham, it's not bad, but it's just, it has lackluster stats in everything but attack and speed. I mean, if it had like base 105, 110 speed, that would be awesome, but no, not the case. As, oh, the Terrakion comes in and wants to completely shit on my life, so that's pretty awesome, and no, not really. He just proceeds to take me out of a close combat. Oh, Pangoro, I'm sorry. I didn't want to risk anything. But now, this opens up a humongous opportunity for my Pinsir. I finally got myself a Mega Pinsir, and let me tell you guys, this thing is a monster threat. It is ridiculous, but he's forced to switch after locking himself into close combat, as he now brings out the Genesect, and this gives me a free opportunity to, after he gets hit with the Stealth Rocks, and gets the download boost. I always forget about these Steam Aftertune effects, but I can Mega Evolve into the amazing, freaking, creepy Mega Pinsir, and just go for a Swords Dance, and, you know, obviously, since it has the incredible Aerial Aid ability, I now have Stab on Quick Attack, and since it also gets a boost from Aerial Aid, this is going to proceed to take out the Genesect at that range of health, which is awesome. Mega Pinsir, you're showing who the main bug is here. But, anyway, out comes the Terrakion. Now, this is a very crucial play, because I didn't realize he was Scarfed. He misses Stone Edge. I should have gone for the Quick Attack, and I didn't. As I'm now able to go for the return and just finish him off for the game. Now, had he hit that Stone Edge, he would have won. I should have gone for Quick Attack, and I didn't. And, what that would have done for me is I would have been able to, after I would have taken out the, I would have taken damage from, or, after I would have died, because I don't think a +2 quick attack would have killed Terrakion at that amount of health, but, Mammoth One could come in and just use Ice Shard. Now, since I went for return, I took the risk of dying, you know, and I figured I'd outspeed because I thought he was abandoned. And I took that risk, and since he missed, you know, I won because I hit return. So that all came down to my misplay, and unfortunately hacks on his end. So that should have been his match, but it was a great game. We had a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. He just could not. He couldn't believe that Jellison couldn't take a crit Draco, and it's Kingdra, man. Sniper is a bitch. So, but that's that. Rate, comment, sub, and later, guys.